Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Hollow Knight. Last time on Hollow Knight, I fought all 3 trials of the Colosseum of Fools, and finished my Hunter's Journal for every enemy that appears in the trials. Therefore, I believe that I have no reason to return to the Colosseum, and this time, I intend to search through Kingdom's Edge looking for secrets. I've already been to the right side of the Colosseum of Fools, and I've been up in this path, I think. So I'm starting basically from here down, which is basically all of the Kingdom's Edge. So while I'm doing that, let me talk about what I find to be the most confusing thing from last episode. I found Tiso the Gladiator in the Colosseum of Fools, which is exactly what I wanted, and he said that he was going to go into a trial. And then I never saw him again. And I went through all of the trials, all 3 trials in the Colosseum of Fools, because I really expected him to become a boss in the trials, and didn't see him. And I also didn't see him outside, sitting on the bench where we found him before going into the trials. So I basically just lost Tiso. I've lost Tiso the Gladiator. I don't know where to find him. Which is curious. He's like all the other, not all the other, but many of the other characters in this game where I just don't know how to progress their plot line. And it doesn't seem like his plotline is ended yet. Surely he doesn't appear and then just say, oh, I'm planning to go through the trials, and then his plot is done. So what do we do next? I guess that maybe the Fool's Colosseum was just a place that he stopped on the way in his travels, and maybe now we need to find him again. But I honestly have no idea where to search for Tiso. I guess if we find him, we find him, and I'll just go around searching for other secrets and hope we come across Tiso sometime. Maybe he'll be in Dirtmouth. I think we first met him in Dirtmouth. Maybe he goes back up there. Trying to do this room. This is a very big room. Trying to do this room from top to bottom. Kind of what I've done last time when going through this room. But this time, I'm very specifically searching for any secrets there might be. Have we hit this one with the dream nail? I was a champion. I won't die here. Hint, he died there. So I did gain a lot of money through the trials. If you look at my money right now, I've got 72.92, getting a little bit more. There we go, 7,300, which is getting pretty close to what I need to pay off my personal antagonist, Divine. I would actually have enough already if it weren't for Millibag Moneybags, the banker, who appeared to be a thief, actually. She stole all of the money that I put in the bank, I think. So if it weren't for her, I would already have the money needed. But either way, I did get a lot of money going through the trials, which was in addition to one of the goals of getting all of the Hunter's Journal entries in the trials, so that's great. Also, this area that we're in right now, the Kingdom's Edge, is a great area to collect money. So I'm probably going to collect a lot more money in this episode, and hopefully that means that by the end of the episode, I will be able to go over to Divine and pay for an upgraded version of the greed charm, the charm of greed. I forget what it's called. The charm that gives me money, for extra money. So far, I haven't really found anything, and I've been pretty thorough. This is the end of this room on the right, so let's go left. Oh my gosh. That's Tiso's cloak. Why? Wait a minute. Is that Tiso? Oh my gosh. I think we just found Tiso. Tiso apparently did not survive the trials. He just became one of the corpses in Kingdom's Edge. Okay, well, I guess we don't fight Tiso. And I guess we've discovered the end of his story. Why? Okay, well that ruins one of my other predictions. One of the other predictions that I had was one of the last few journal entries I had to complete was Tiso. That I had to find a way to fight him, and then that would complete one of the entries in the Hunter's Journal for Tiso. So much for that theory. But while I'm talking about it, I'll explain more. Because I have completed the game, completed one of the endings for the game, I should say. I've surely not completed the game. But since I have done one of the endings of the game, I can now see the total number of entries in the Hunter's Journal that I have to complete. And there are 4 entries to complete in the Hunter's Journal. 2 of them I do not know. I've never encountered the enemies, so 2 of them I don't even know which enemies they are. I was thinking that one of those would have been Tiso, but apparently not. And then the other one that I've never encountered before. So this just goes into the same room, doesn't it? No, but I've already been here. Oh well. And then I think if we go to the left here, we enter the City of Tears. Right. So now I'm going to go to the right and then up that other shaft. That other shaft leads to Bardoon, which we haven't talked to in a little while. I believe that Bardoon would have something to tell us. So I intend to go back up to Bardoon. Let's do that before going down in this room. I was talking about my Hunter's Journal. So, there are 2 enemies that I've not encountered yet. My guess for one of them got destroyed by finding Tiso the Gladiator's corpse. So much for that guess. My other guess is that it would be one of them would be the boss of the 4th Pantheon in the God Home. And then another guess that I had before that I guess I'm going to come back to now as my next best guess is another final boss, because there are multiple endings in this game, and I imagine that the multiple endings might involve different final bosses. And therefore, one of the remaining things in my Hunter's Journal might be a final boss in the game that we haven't met. So that is Bardoon's bottom. Now let's go to the top of him. And then the 2 other parts of the Hunter's Journal that I haven't completed, where I have actually encountered those enemies, I know exactly which enemies those are. One of them is a Carver Hatcher. That is an enemy from the Deep Nest, that lives very close to the failed tramway. So I just need to complete more of those enemies in my Hunter's Journal to complete the entry of my Hunter's Journal for those enemies. And then the last one is, I think it's called a Heavy Sentry. I wrote this down. Yes, it's a Heavy Sentry. The Heavy Sentry is an enemy from the City of Tears that I just haven't encountered very much. I am planning to go back to the City of Tears. I intend to go back to the City of Tears probably next episode even. So this one had 3 blue faces. Not that blue faces are the most meaningful thing for me, because I run into enemies sometimes, so they go away quickly. Almost lost one to that enemy right there. I do intend to go back to the City of Tears. Likely that could be next episode that I do that. Oh, my blue faces work well. Oh man. With the charm that I got from the grubs, the Grubberfly Elegy charm. Because the blue faces don't count as my life. So I get to shoot out these little beams of light or energy or whatever they were called, even after I take damage. Now that's cool. That makes me care about blue faces much more. And I just fell down, so let's go back up. I was trying to talk about the City of Tears. I have 3 goals for the City of Tears, and I will tell them to you after talking to Bardoon. Be on your way then. It's rest I'll return to, though in these times sleep oft proves uneasy. Oh, he has nothing new to say. That's actually surprising. One prefers its mind not be pride. It's rather unsettling, rather invasive. Indeed. I find it interesting that you noticed. Okay, well, I guess there's nothing more with Bardoon. I'm surprised by that. In that case, we will go to the bottom of this shaft and then to the right. And let me go toward the cast-off shell again, although I'm not sure that we can traverse that path anymore. So, the 3 goals for the City of Tears. One of my goals is to complete the Hunter's Journal, to find the heavy sentries and defeat enough of them that I complete my Hunter's Journal for the heavy sentries. Number 2 is to confront Millie Bell Moneybags, the banker. Millie Bell Moneybags stole my money. Ooh, I found a secret. I don't think that I had found that secret before. Hurrah! That is the first new secret of this episode. And how do I want to do this? I guess I want to go straight across to the right first, and then go down when I come back. So Millie Bell Moneybags, I believe, stole all my money. I believe that she is the thief. She's a thief of a banker. Some people might say all bankers are thieves, but I say that just Millie Moneybags is a thief. Not all bankers are thieves. Even though it might seem like that. The reason that I expect to be able to confront Millie Bell Moneybags in the City of Tears is because of a dream that she had that I accessed through my dream nail, where she was hoping to return to a spa. I think that refers to a place in the City of Tears, and if I remember correctly, it's the Pleasure House in the City of Tears. That's like a spa area, as well as a place that there was the music of Marigold. Yeah, so I can't go through this ash over here anymore. I don't think I can. Nope. The cast-off shell is a one-time thing in this game. So because of that dream of Millibelle Moneybags, I believe that we will find her in the City of Tears, and I will confront her for stealing my money. Number 3 on my City of Tears list is searching for secrets, just like I am doing right now in the Kingdom's Edge. In the City of Tears, I have gone through the Soul Sanctum, to my knowledge, pretty completely, and I've gone through the Watcher's Tower a couple of times recently, so I don't think that there's any secrets there. But the rest of the City of Tears, I am less certain about. It's been a longer time, and I knew less when I last went through those. So I think there might be more to find in the City of Tears than I have yet found. This kind of looks like it should be something, but no? Okay. Now we'll go into this little area. I remember going into this area several times thinking that it was the way up before. It is where we found one of the grubs. I was trying to be very careful, but I failed. Also, while we're in Kingdom's Edge, because of the hoppers, these guys right here. The hoppers are not only one of the most fun enemies to fight in the game, they are also rich. They drop lots of loot when we defeat them. And therefore, the hoppers are a good way to gather cash, which is one of the reasons why I believe we might hit the goal of 9,000 by the end of this episode, because we're going to be fighting a lot of hoppers, and hoppers drop cash. Is there 3 hoppers I'm fighting here? I think so. That's where we just were. I'm going to the right here, and eventually that's going to lead to where we discovered Mato. Or Oro? I think it's Oro. Mato was in the Howling Cliffs. Can't do anything with him again. I forget this ghost's name. Markoth or something? May have been Markoth. If I got that right, I feel good, because I don't remember, and I don't have it written down in front of me. I think we've read all of the dialogue from Oro already, so there's probably nothing new with Oro. But we'll find out, because we're going there right now. And maybe I will finally determine what that little scarecrow thing is next to Oro. The thing that, it's like a practice dummy, but it's a practice dummy that exists very far into the game, so why would you have a practice dummy? You tricked me, Big Hopper. I did not expect you to come out of the ceiling like that. I think there's another big hopper over here. Yes. This big hopper is easy to fight, because you can trick him. The big hoppers also give me a lot of money, although they're not as easy or fun to fight as the little hoppers. And then here is Oro. Let's rest at Oro's bench and talk to him. You've returned, though you were not invited. Wow. As my pupil, it is lawful that I allow you rest and shelter, but do not stay longer than you need to. Wow, Oro. That's cruel. Brother Mato, in your lonely home on top of the world, do you still think of me as an enemy? In the future, if you will listen, I will tell you why I chose to tread this path. He will listen to you, by the way. He does not consider you an enemy. You just owe him something. Not that I know what that is. So what do you do with this thing? I really don't know. Do I have a charm that would have anything to do with a scarecrow? I don't think so. I don't think so. The only one of these that I saw that I could imagine would have something to do is the heavy blow. Because if I use the heavy blow, could I knock it off the spike that it's on? I mean, it's a weird guess, but let's try it. Take the mark of pride off. The heavy blow. And we'll put on the grub song. Or actually, let's put on the Nail Master's Glory. As you might expect, the heavy blow did not have an effect. And then none of the Nail Master abilities seems to have any effect. That one did. That one dropped these two hoppers. That was the one that I learned from Oro, by the way. Which makes a little bit of sense, that that's the one that would do something. But then nothing, right? No idea. If this has a secret behind it, I am confused and I know not what to do. Nope. If there's a secret there, I will not find it, unfortunately. But there is a secret past there that I found before, and I did want to go through. There. This is where we found a gigantic money egg, I think. The most gigantic of money eggs in this game. I don't think that there would be anything else down here, but that does not stop me from trying. Come on, little hopper. There we go. Where would a secret be? I know not where. I remember this. I did find this secret the first time through. Darn. Have not gotten any better at fighting this near the spikes, though. I think the left is out and the right is more secrets. Right, there's a little crevice in the wall. And we found a grub up here previously. So I think that's all the secrets over here. I'm going to go back in the crevice, of course. No reason to leave that off. The crevice goes way down. Basically looking for secrets on the walls. Don't see anything so far. There's nothing there, right? No? Ho-ho! This is new. I did not find that previously. Also, these kind of look like fungus, don't they? That makes me want to put on my fungal charm and come back there. Because we've learned that that has effects of being able to read coconut poetry. So it might be able to activate that too. Well, I found something here. I still have to discover what it is, but I found it. Just need to be able to put on charms again. This, I don't see anything on the walls. And this is where the gigantic money egg was. Great. And then there's no way out but going back up. So let's go back up. I'm wall jumping like you would in Super Mario Brothers. Or Zelda, for that matter. Both of those games have wall jumping in similar ways. So, I have to remember where it was, as well as coming back. There it is. So, let's get back here with the fungal charm. Hello, fast forward friend, here to keep you company while my buddy CC travels all the way up to a bench, and all the way back down. And if you haven't guessed it yet, my favorite animal, starting with the letter N, is the narwhal, also known as a real-life unicorn. I don't know why kids draw unicorns as horses when they're actually whales. Maybe kids just don't know things. But narwhals are unicorns. They have one horn growing out of their head. It's a giant spike. It's a very jabby horn. And it grows in a spiral pattern. That's what makes an animal a unicorn. And it's evidence of magic. Whenever I draw a narwhal, I always like to put the horn in the center of its forehead. But that's not correct. Narwhal horns are on the left side. Most narwhals are left-handed, left-horned. Narwhals spend much of their life living under the ice. And let me emphasize that point. Narwhals are whales. It's part of their name. And if you know about whales, whales are not fish. They have to breathe air. As a fellow air breather, I would be quite uncomfortable under ice, not knowing where I need to surface in order to breathe. And other whales migrate away from the ice in winter. But not narwhals. They live in the ice all year round. It's like a daredevil way to live life. What is this? I still do not know what this is. Is there a charm that I could use at this altar? I have no idea. It looks vaguely like the thing that is in the abyss that I also do not understand. And I'm going to write it down because I neglected to write it down before. And think about it more after this episode. I just don't know what to do with it, though it does look pretty important. Like there would be something there, something secret. Fast forward friend here again, and I'm still thinking about narwhals. Not all narwhals are unicorns. Some of them are bicorns, or duocorns. And some of them have no horn. In fact, most of the females don't have any horns. What a crazy animal. And that's why I love them. Anyway, it looks like CC is actually back to where he was intending to go. I'm now back. Oh, and I can read it. We speak the path of the Master Herald, he who would single an age's end. Spawn of self, their minds unite, aside the source of acid blight. Spawn of self, their minds unite, aside the source of acid blight. A glow in darkness, winding depths, winds all howl above fossil stone steps. Monarch flies in airs set still, to root's domain and snail once shrill. Path of worm at new lands entered, their journey's end, the kingdom ventured. How interesting. I don't know what to make of that. That is a poem, which presumably means something. I should be able to discern something from that poem. Something perhaps that I'm supposed to do. And I just realized there's no reason for me to go down. I've already been down. Where I want to go is back up. So that poem means something. And the fact that I needed the fungal, the shroom, I forget what it's called, the fungal charm. The fact that I needed the fungal charm to read it is very interesting, with it being over here in Kingdom's Edge, far from the fungal wastes. I wonder if it's related to Mr. Mushroom and the poetry coconuts. I think that I might have to keep my fungal charm on all the time now, because it's weird to find things that require the fungal charm so far from each other. And I'm very curious as to what they might mean. So right now, I have gone through a fair amount of Kingdom's Edge. I'm going to go this path. Well, I'm going to have to fight a lot of hoppers on the way, but I'm going to go this path to the left, and that'll bring me to the bottom of that big room. I haven't searched the entire big room, but I'll do that. And then I've already really been through... I've been through the bee's nest, the hive, a couple times, so I'm not... I believe I found everything there. I don't think I'm going to go back into the hive unless somebody out there tells me that I should. Meaning you. If you think that I should go back through the hive, please comment on the video and tell me that I should go back through the hive. Otherwise, I will not. But aside from the hive, I have a little bit left in Kingdom's Edge to do, including this room. This room does not have a lot in it, but it did have the cartographer. I'm wondering if there's anything to the right in this room. Did I search to the right in this room? I may have. I'm gonna go to the top first, and then... So this is far enough up. This is to where we've been previously in this episode. Over there is the City of Tears, and then down is new stuff. New for this episode, at least. I'm going to check the right wall. And the right wall has nothing. The left wall has the place where the cartographer was before. And possibly nothing else, but we'll check. Yep, still has the cartographer. The letter from the cartographer, I should say. And then nothing on this right wall. I think that's it for this room. So let's continue left. I'm still surprised that Bardoon didn't have anything new to say to me. He was one of the characters that I really thought would care that I had completed the game once. that would have some knowledge of the Hollow Knight. I guess none of the characters treat you as if you've completed the game, as if you've defeated the Hollow Knight, because technically you haven't in your save file. But still, I expected something more from Bardoon for whatever reason. So that leads to the Royal Waterways. We'll not go there right now. And then there's just the bottom. This room, I mainly care about the left wall. That's where I might have not found things. The right wall is the hive. Oh my gosh. Mr. Mushroom? Why are you here? Shouldn't trust the eye they gave you. Rely on your own instincts. If you've got a keen nose, use it. And while you're hunting for secrets, beware those who are hunting you. Oh, excuse me. Worms pull bugs into their thrall till ages pass and kingdoms fall. Caps and shells may fall to dust, but Mr. Mushroom readjusts. It's curious that I can get the dream nail dialogue there, even though he's gone underground. Alright, so we found another secret. We found Mr. Mushroom again, which is very confusing, because this is not the area that I would expect to find Mr. Mushroom at all. That makes me think that we need to find Mr. Mushroom in other places. And that might be hard, because I'm going through the places right now, and if he's in a place that I've already quote-unquote completed, then how will I know to go back there? So, actually, I have an idea, and the idea is really based on things that YouTube has told me. So, a YouTube comment when I said that I completed the green path said that I had completed the green path, but I might have to come back for something later. At the end of the game, or much later. Something like that. And maybe that thing that I needed to come later back for was Mr. Mushroom. But I had to find Mr. Mushroom in a couple of areas before finding him in the green path. That's certainly a possibility. I'm going to go... Do I want to go to the Abyss? Not really. I could give more money at the fountain. That would set me back. I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to go to the City of Tears. And we'll save somewhere in the City of Tears so that I can do my three-prong plan in the City of Tears next episode. I don't really want to go secret searching through this area, at least not yet. For one, by the time I entered this area of the game, I basically knew everything about searching for secrets. So I think that I've really gone through this area with the fine-grained comb already, and therefore I really wouldn't find anything. Unlike the other areas, you know, I found a couple of secrets that I hadn't before. I think 3 secrets that I hadn't before in Kingdom's Edge. Is this the best way to get... Yeah, the City of Tears is straight above me. So we will go up this way. I need to piece together that poem that we read in that secret area and see if I can figure out what it means. I was thinking while reading it that it said something like the source of acid, and I wondered if that meant the Royal Waterways, because that's where we found Isma's tear. So where are we? You know what? We're really close to the pleasure house, and I have a little bit of time, so why don't we just go through the pleasure house? Pleasure house is up here, where I've got my little dot on the map. Let's try to confront the banker now. See if the banker's here to confront, I guess. So where is the spa area? I remember there being a food area that we may have already passed. And I should not have... Darn. Let's try this again. See how far I can get above before it hits me. Oh no, no. Oh no, that was a bad plan too. Alright, I'm gonna hit this again. Come down elevator. And then while it's coming down, I'm gonna go to the second landing and wait for it to go by. There. Now that the elevator's gone by, we can go up. I didn't realize the elevator would stop if it hit me. It has safety features. The pleasure house. So here is where the singer Marissa was. And then up here was the fountain. Haha. Millie Moneybags. The thief. Oh, aha. Hello again, dearie. Fancy running into you here. Is it your Geo you're after? Well, you see, it's a sad thing, but it's gone. All spent. The cost of running a bank can be high, so I had to charge a somewhat large service fee to your account. Perfectly legitimate, of course. Just part of the whole banking deal. Ahaha. Ha. But, thank you so much for visiting me, and run along now, won't you? If you allow me some privacy, I'll be done here soon. Then you can have the spa all to yourself. That is not acceptable. Oh no! Leave me be, creepy little thing. Oh my gosh, she's sprouting money every time I hit her. And I accidentally saved somewhere in there. I'm just going to continue this for a little while. I wonder if she has all of my money in her pouch, and so we're getting it all back. I had 4,500 in the bank, and I think I had 8,000 just now. Let's see if I get all 4,500 back. The thief! Take this! Take that! Here's another one! There we go. We ended getting money from her. Now I'm going to talk to her one more time, if I can. I apparently can't. All right. Well, we met the thief and got all of our money back and more. We'll spend it next episode. In this episode, we finished Tiso's storyline. We finished Millie Bell's storyline, I assume, and we continued Mr. Mushroom's storyline. However, nothing that I'm tracking has gone up. That will change next episode, which is next Sunday, and as always, thanks for watching.